Hey everyone, it's me, Ryan Robinson, here again. So, I'm gonna cut right to the chase, okay? I've got some bad news, or some good news, I guess if you really don't like me. Today's episode will be the very last you'll see of me on this special little series that we have going on here. But don't fret, okay? You're gonna get to spend a lot more time with me today, and we'll be discussing an especially important topic for most of your lives today on the final episode of Cards Life 101. So, as I just told you, today's episode is the last one in this wonderful little series that we have going on here. Thankfully though, we have a hugely important topic to discuss for you to learn about. Many of you have probably already encountered this hurdle, and hopefully you passed with flying colors. But for the uninitiated, this can seem like quite the monumental task. What is this massively important topic that you keep rambling on about, Ryan, you may be asking? Well, since you asked, we're going to be going over the process of obtaining your driving permit and eventually your driver's license. How strangely coincidental it is that as I'm driving into the sunset on my high school career, I'm going to be teaching you all how to begin driving. Anyways, let's get started. So, the first step that you will be taking on your journey to obtain a driver's license and cruising around the world in your own little hot rod, like one of these right here, will be to obtain your learner's permit. Many of you may already have this, since you can get a permit at 14. But for those that don't know, the learning permit is not a free pass to just hop in your car at any time and start cruising all over town with your buddies. You don't technically get that until you turn 18 and you get your unrestricted driver's license. Your driver's permit is only given to you following your successful passing of a comprehensive written test covering all of the information that you need to know before you're in charge of a motor vehicle. You'll find questions about the specifics regarding road signs, the rules of the road, and guidelines that will help keep you and other drivers safe while you're at the helm of your own 2-ton speeding metal box with wheels. To prepare yourself for this test, make sure you study your state's official study guide, which can be found at the link provided right here or in the description down below. Also, as a useful study tool, many websites exist that offer mock practice tests, and there is an option to pay for an official DMV mandated practice test at varying price levels for different comprehensiveness levels. Whether you choose to utilize just the book and all the free options, or you choose to purchase options, your best bet is to maximize the amount of studying that you can get in. Speaking from personal experience, if you pass the permit test the first time like I did, you can brag about how cool you are to all your friends because it's taken them what seems like 40,000 tries and they still don't have it yet. You don't want to get mocked because of how inept of a driver you are, do you? That's what I thought. Make sure to study hard and good luck with any of your future driver's permit test taking. It's finally time to hop behind the wheel of a car and start the process of actually applying the textbook information that you learned in preparation to get your permit to the road. You're not going to be by yourself for this step though. For safety purposes, obviously, you must be accompanied while you're in charge of the vehicle at all times by someone who is a licensed driver and is over the age of 21. Other than that, just follow the law and the rules of the road as closely as possible until you really get a hang of the whole driving thing. After driving with a permit for at least 6 months without any huge glaring issues like, I don't know, a crash, you finally get to apply for a provisional license. But don't rush it. If you're not ready for the real deal test by 6 months, don't sweat it. Just keep driving until you're ready. Finally, we have waded through all of the tedious nonsense and you're on the final step to getting your driver's license. If you know you're ready for the actual driving test, you've never sped, crashed, or even parked kinda weird in all of those 6 months, and you're as confident as ever in your driving abilities, this part will be a piece of cake for you. But if you're a little more than rough around the edges, maybe stick it out a bit longer with a permit and then get your license. Trust me when I say this, nobody wants a bad driver on the road. So make sure you are totally familiar with your car, its features, the law, and all of the rules of the road before you try to become an independent licensed driver. I digress. This last step, if you're properly prepared for it, like you should be, will be more than likely the easiest. And all you gotta do is show up to the testing location, one can be found in Springdale, and drive around a couple miles, just like you already have been doing for 6 months or more. Don't get stressed out that there's this mysterious weirdo that you have to ride with. He's not gonna bite. And you get to drive your car, which you're already familiar with, so that's not too stressful, is it? Hopefully you got something of worth from my teachings, and I hope some of you that are either about to encounter this struggle or currently jumping those hurdles right now will take what I've said to mind. If you do, you'll certainly become a licensed driver in no time. See you on the road, because you won't be seeing me here on Cards Life 101 anymore. Ta-ta.